change this country is in your hands.
We have made America strong again. We have made America proud again.
It is Election Day in Mississippi and across the country. One more hour to cast your vote for president, U.S. Senate, and in U.S. House races. As long as you're in line when polls close at 7, you will get to cast your vote.
It's been a record-setting year for the 2020 elections. The long lines started as early as 5 a.m. That's 2 hours before the polls even opened this morning. And the lines only grew from there, some waiting in line for more than 2 hours. We're bringing you continued team coverage on those long waits and the problems even before reaching the ballot box.
In Madison County, voters waiting, some of them in their golf carts today in long lines at Lake Caroline Clubhouse voting precinct in Madison. This line wrapping around the parking lot, going out on the tennis court, the golf course. Long lines, the theme of this election day in the metro. The polls are closing on the East Coast right now, though you still have another hour to get in line to cast your ballot here in Mississippi.
Our crews are spread out across the metro at some of the busiest polls tonight. We begin our team coverage with 16 WAPT's Ross Adams live at Christ United Methodist in Jackson.
Here in Northeast Jackson, day has turned into night, but one thing has remained constant. This long line outside Christ United Methodist Church. This is one of the largest precincts in the capital city. Some 3,000 voters registered here. And there, of course, are safety measures in place because of the coronavirus pandemic. You can see most voters in line wearing masks, but there is very little social distancing. And once they're inside the polling place, they're supposed to walk up to one of those automatic temperature check machines. But that's not happening. A poll worker tells us they simply don't have enough staffers to make sure that voters observe that step. And voters tell us they had to wait in line for an hour and a half before they could actually cast their ballot. For some voters, it was even longer. Their names were out on the poll book, and they had to cast a provisional ballot.
They don't have my status as being registered as a voter. I registered over a year ago in Hinds County. So I'm not there, and so I have to fill out a provisional affidavit, which is fine, but they don't have the form.
I can't vote here. They told me I had to go somewhere else. And I said, this is where I always vote. And when I put it in Google last night, it told me to come here.
Now, that woman believes this is a form of voter suppression, forcing people to wait hours and hours before they can cast a provisional ballot, which in the end, unfortunately, may not be counted if election officials determine that she was not actually a registered voter at the end of the day. Again, let's take another quick look at the line here outside Christ United Methodist Church. Less than an hour to go before the polls close. And we understand that if you're in line when the clock strikes 7, there will be a poll worker who will walk to the end of the line, and that's when the cutoff will be. If you're in line at 7 o'clock, when the polls officially close, you will still be able to vote. So it's going to be a while before all these folks get a chance to vote. It could be a very, very long night before we know all the votes are in. For now, we're live in Northeast Jackson. Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
Thank you, Ross. I imagine people will be telling stories for years to come about the lines they waited in to vote in 2020. And you know, the pandemic forced some voting precincts to move this year, and that led to some confusion at McLeod Elementary in Northeast Jackson today. Voters from 2 different precincts were inside casting ballots here. Precinct 36 lined up at the front of the school. They usually vote here. But in the back of the building, Precinct 45, they usually vote at St. Philip's Church. Some voters waited in one line only to find out they had to wait again.
I'm in this line because I want to express my opinion and go vote, and then it's like, a 2-hour line, but then you say, oh, you got to go to another 2-hour line.
There weren't any markings until you got up to the door, which obviously took like an hour. I just got lucky and accidentally saw the right line, so thankfully I didn't have to move. But I think they were able to move people to the front of the other line.
Yeah, voters say they ended up working together to make sure people were in the correct line to avoid waiting twice and avoid that confusion.
And we also saw extremely long lines in parts of Madison County, people wrapped around the outside of the buildings. 16 WAPT Cecil Hannibal is live at St. Joseph's Church in Gluckstadt.
Yeah, Megan, wrapped around the building is an understatement. Let me show you what's going on here at St. Joseph Catholic Church. The line, it starts around the corner down there. You can see this long line of people, and we'll pan down there so you can see not even the end of the line, but that's the end of this parking lot. It goes down around that corner, around another corner, and then to the red light at the front of the parking lot. And like I said, people have been saying, I mean, the wait time's been, roughly 2 hours. People have chairs. Literally, a woman told me she went to a sporting goods store and bought a chair for her and her daughter to sit in while they wait in this long line. Like you said, there's about an hour left for people to get out and get in line if they want to vote here in Madison County at their precinct. And I'm going to show you again so you can see exactly how long this line really is. It's one of the longest lines I've seen. But we're going to stay out here. We're going to keep reporting, and for now, we're going to send it back, reporting in Madison County. Cecil Hannibal, 16 WAPT News.
Thanks, Cecil. And in Ridgeland, there were also long lines at precincts. This morning, some voters waited about an hour, but later in the day, some people had a 5 to 10 minute wait. Poll workers say they are getting voters in and out safely by sanitizing stations and pens after each use. The poll manager tells us dozens of people went to the wrong location. Voters say it's important to cast your ballot no matter the situation.
Don't sit back and say, things aren't changing, things are getting great. If you didn't do your part, just go be quiet. For those of us that are willing to stand in the line, willing to do what we need to do to help change, then we have a right to complain because we've done our part.
As a former election commissioner, my attitude was, if you're not voting, you don't have room to gripe.
And there is still time to vote. If you haven't already, just make sure you are in line at your precinct by 7 p.m.
Voting got off to a rocky start today at a precinct in Rankin County. At the Sand Hill Library, there were long lines because of some technical problems. Voters tell us they were offered paper ballots or they were told to come back because the internet wasn't working.
It was probably about 20 minutes after 7 before someone came out to notify us that the internet connection was down. They didn't know for how long, and they didn't have a plan.
The internet was eventually restored at the Sand Hill precinct, and those voters were able to vote. Another big story we are seeing across the metro today, young voters turning out to cast their ballots on this election day.
Students could be seen voting at a school gym today. There was a sense of energy and excitement because many of them are casting votes for the very first time in any election. One young man we spoke to is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. He says they put on several voter education and registration drives, not only for students on campus, but for the community surrounding JSU. Members of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity we spoke to said people their age understand exactly how important this election is.
I feel like either way it goes, I just want to look at this as a positive influence. This is either going to be the big step or this is going to be the big learning step on what needs to be done. That's how I want to look at it. This is going to be a historical election. This is a very important election. That's why it's very important that everybody go and vote right now. Like, whether you feel like your vote doesn't count, it really does count.
One poll worker told us she is proud to see the number of students who showed up today. And the Hinds County Election Commissioner tells us a precinct captain was removed for violating polling rules. This happened at Precinct 2 in Utica. Officials say she parked her vehicle, which had a President Trump sticker on it, within 150 feet of the polling location.
Some Rankin County voters stunned by the turnout they are seeing at their precincts today. 16 WAPT's Scott Simmons joining us live from one polling place in Flowood where the lines have been long all day. Scott.
Yeah, we're standing outside St. Mark's Methodist. The crowd has actually dropped off a little bit from what we saw earlier today. The lines wrapped around the building. It's actually shortened up a little bit. Get an opportunity to talk with a first-time voter. This has got to be a unique experience for you.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting, but nerve-wracking at the same time.
Were you expecting a longer line or less of a line?
I was expecting way longer of a line. I've probably been here about an hour maybe, but looking around all day, I've seen lines both sides of the road just lined up for long periods of time.
So you're almost there. You're about to walk in, huh?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Go enjoy your vote. Thank you so much. So again, we've seen lines as long as an hour and a half in some cases. Here at St. Mark's, basically they're winding around here, this spot, and then they go back into the door. So this is basically the entry point. Earlier today, though, it was wrapped literally around the building where it came around the other side. So this is much shorter than what we've seen for the better part of the afternoon. Live in Flowood, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.
Okay, Scott, thank you. I want to talk about part of the reason we may be seeing long lines today. There are more voters. According to the Secretary of State, there are more than 1.9 million Mississippians registered to vote now. That's 100,000 more than there were back in 2016. We spoke with the Secretary of State just before coming on the air this evening. Here is what Michael Watson had to say about the turnout so far across Mississippi.
Incredible. From north to south, from east to west, we've seen pictures of lines and Mississippians going to have their voices heard. And that's the part I think that excites me the most, is just seeing the passion that's out there right now, and Mississippians caring about our future and going to the polls to have their voices heard. That's what it's all about. And so I really appreciate all the Mississippians getting out today, and it has made me so proud to watch the turnout throughout the day.
And we keep reminding you because it's important. The polls are open until 7 tonight, and as long as you were in line at 7, you will be allowed to cast your ballot.